What is it that you do for a living?
Well, I'm a student, so I'm on Centrelink and I do a bit of waitressing.
With the waitressing, how much do you make per hour?
I think it is $22 an hour.
And when's the last time you got a pay rise?
Never. You don't get pay rises in waitressing.
What are the best and worst parts of your job?
Best parts is that it's pretty easy. It gets me out of the house. I don't have to think much. Worst parts is it's just shitty and menial and repetitive and pretty boring.
And what's your work-life balance like?
Pretty terrible. I would say during the semester I just kind of become a recluse and become very focused on studying. And then on the holidays it's the opposite. It's a lot of life, but there's not much of a focus. So maybe in the workforce there's a better capacity to create that work-life balance.
And how is the cost of living crisis impacting on your day-to-day life?
I don't know if I've noticed big upshoots and things, but I also feel it's very expensive to live in Melbourne, especially among students. There's this kind of living standard that's very low. There's times where you'll be oh, I don't know if I'm going to get food, or I'm really stressing about, go to the dentist is something that's just very inaccessible sometimes. Yeah, keeping on top of health and stuff like that seems very hard. I think a lot of my friends who have finished studying and get into jobs, they make a lot more money, so it's why do we have to live so poorly for those years that we're studying? It's kind of exhausting.
What are your thoughts on unions?
I feel unions are important. I think there are times in the past where unions have become too powerful, but I feel right now, especially in a lot of the large multinational corporations, we really need to be upping the bottom standard for how some of the employees at the lower level exist, because I just feel I think society benefits where we can make the minimum standard good enough that no one is unable to afford healthcare or unable to look after things like mental health and stuff like that, and I don't think we're succeeding at that yet.